Welcome to Capital Conquest, the podcast, where we take an in-depth look at the influencers who have made and continue to make Capital Conquest the extraordinary martial art event that it is. My name is Scott Campsall, and not only am I joined by Hanshi Alain Therien today, but this time we're also joined by Hanshi Alain Sailly. It seems that every guest we've interviewed so far mentions how Capital Conquest has improved their training and their martial arts abilities. One name is repeatedly mentioned as a major influence, and that man, who seems to get just as much out of Capital Conquest as we do, is none other than Hanshi Alain Sailly. Very excited today because we have both Hanshi Therien and Hanshi Alain Sailly here on the podcast. And for one, I have to say, Hanshi Sailly, I haven't seen you in years. I know you were supposed to come to our dojo in February, and that didn't happen. And so this is very exciting for me to be able to see you again.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to see you again. And I missed you last time, it's true. But the future is good. You will see.
Gentlemen, when Capital Conquest first happened, I know Hanshi Therien, you had discovered it. You are the founder of it. How did Hanshi Sailly get involved?
Well, Hanshi Sailly started to be on the scene 30 years ago, for maybe 32 years ago or something like that. And he was an up-and-comer. He was a fantastic teacher. He was the magic man. We had never seen the kind of things that Hanshi Sailly did. So when we brought him in with a bunch of people, we're all friends, we all decided to do a training camp, which is Capital Conquest. And the people enjoyed this magic so much. But I'll put the magic aside, but it's Budo, and it's developing martial arts all over the world. And Capital Conquest gave Alain an international stage to do what he does best. And how profitable was that for all of us here in Canada, in the United States, and in many countries, knowing that we had a French master from Carignan, France, where nobody knew where that was, in the northern France, who was that good, who could share and make all of us better, from karate people to judo people to kickboxers to aikido people to everybody. And that's how Capital Conquest discovered Alain, and that's how Alain discovered Capital Conquest. But it changed because of Capital Conquest involvement, and Alain being there with many other great teachers like Richard Morris at the time, myself, Jean-Yves Thériault, many other teachers from around the world. We have gotten better over 30 years because Capital Conquest gave us Alain Sailly.
We know it. You're saying it's the magic. How'd you say, everybody talks about why you're different, and we've all got our own perspectives, but what do you think makes you different?
You know, when I arrived, like Hanshi Therien says, about 30 years ago for the first Capital Conquest, nobody know me first. But I meet also a lot of different other teachers. And it was very important for me to see this teacher. They give me knowledge, but with maybe the style I was practicing, I put this knowledge and they give me a lot of influence in my style. Everybody I meet in Capital Conquest make my style, make me better. It's a fusion of all the people we meet, make the style a little bit different. It's always fantastic, and I recommend everybody, of course, to go to the next Capital Conquest. If it's for me very good, I imagine for a white belt, a yellow belt, a orange belt, it's the Christmas of martial art, I want to say. You have just to take the present under the Christmas tree, but on the tatami, all the teacher bring present to all the students.
Do you have a fond memory where you can isolate it and say, this was something I really remember, and this is what brings me back each time?
Number one, I think, is the brotherhood we have with the older teacher. Scott, I know you now for many, many years. I meet you the first time, say hello, Hanshi, hello, Scott. And after that, step by step, every year, it was a friendship better and better, stronger and stronger. And I want to come just sometime in Capital Conquest just to meet my friends and have a smile and give a big hug to my friends. I meet my old friends and I make always new friends. And this magic in Capital Conquest make the people happy, and we are full of energy for the rest of the season.
What Alain is saying is so true. You know, we have people for this Capital Conquest in 2022, we have people from 15 countries that have already confirmed, booked, registered, have their hotel, their flight, everything is booked to be at Capital Conquest. Number one, they want to learn. Number two is they're flying from all over the world to be part of the most exciting martial arts weekend in the world, and they want to meet everybody. And they say it is so friendly. So it's like Hanshi Sailly. He's coming here. Yes, he looks forward to teach. Yes, but it's to meet all the good people that he has. So well said.
This is something that's revolutionary because I know you guys have talked about it. You guys obviously have been exposed to it more than I was because I'm younger in the martial arts than you. But I know there was always a time where people said you didn't mix styles. If you're a Taekwondo student, you only learn Taekwondo. If you're doing karate, then you only learn karate. But this idea is basically revolutionary in the sense that you can go and train in other styles and learn from other people. Are you still dealing with some kind of grief from other people that are saying, no, there should be a single discipline?
No, of course, everybody has his own style. But because this friendship, because the easy way to go to the student, the teacher, the contact with the student and the teacher, it's with a smile, welcome to the tatami, and everybody feel comfortable. And everybody study what they can. And for sure, at the end of the weekend, everybody go back at home with a new knowledge, new technique, new things, new pedagogy to be better in his martial art. I think the beauty of this moment now is the bridges we make between all the style and all the martial arts. And I think it helps everybody. It's an evolution of martial arts. I believe on the evolution. Revolution, evolution.
You basically have founded Goshindo. It's your own system and your own style. What were the major influences that helped you create that?
I don't like to say create. We make an innovation, I want to say. Make an evolution. We don't create a new kick. We don't create a new punch. We don't create a new throw or whatever. It's maybe how to bring all this technique with a solid base. The base in Goshindo is the stability with mobility. And we take care about our body, how to use your body properly to be good in self-defense. And after that, you can put all the technique you want. If you control your body, if you have a very good base, it's no problem. Just enjoy your martial arts. So I have tried to do it because everything was moving correctly for me. I don't have a teacher in one moment. So my father and the people in charge of the federation give me the possibility to travel. It's why I meet John Therien, Richard Morris, and many other good teachers. And this point give me the possibility to be better and put more knowledge in the style of Goshindo. Mean the way to protect the body.
When I see the three of you, Hanshi Perkowski and both of you together, and you can see how the three of you have influenced each other and influenced how you teach and influenced how you do your martial arts. Do you guys see that as well? Do you see how you've benefited each other? And if so, can you share how you can see that from an individual point of view?
You know, I visit the different dojo of Mr. Borkowski, Hanshi Borkowski, a long time ago, and quite every year I pass and give seminar to these fantastic clubs. I remember the karate of Mr. Borkowski and the student and the influence of World Kobudo and Capital Conquest and all the seminar we share during the last 30 years make the knowledge in Northern Karate School more better, for example, but not only with Northern, but with many other dojo. It was fantastic to share these things all together. Absolutely.
And you know, if I can add to this, I teach on the mat and I have maybe 30, 40 students in one class. And if they all had a plain white gi and a plain black belt or yellow belt, it doesn't matter. And if I teach that class jiu-jitsu, the way I teach jiu-jitsu, I don't see the difference between karate, Goshindo, judo, taekwondo. I don't see the difference. For the people who come to Capital Conquest for many years or have seminars with different instructors for many years, then my class is finished. I see Hanshi Sailly go on the mat and he does his thing. And I don't see the difference there. You know, a jiu-jitsu person will do it as good as a Goshindo people or will have as much difficult as a karate people. But then at the end of the class, they're all the same. And then this one blows my mind. Jiu-jitsu people to do a kata is horrible, horrible, horrible. I love kata. I told you that many times. I'm a real fan of traditional kata. So Hanshi Burkowski brought in the bow. Goshindo people, jiu-jitsu people, and of course karate people, it's part of their curriculum. We're doing bow together as a group. All of them that put the time and effort under the right tutelage was very good with the bow. So it proves that the cross-training, and like Hanshi Sailly mentioned, that if you go to a jiu-jitsu school, you'll see some Goshindo, karate, and you go to Northern or any other karate schools that gets involved, and you see everything rolls perfectly together. And that's the mission of Capital Conquest.
So Hanshi Sailly, you've got maybe one person isolated right in front of you and you can sell them on Capital Conquest. What do you say?
Don't miss this opportunity. Please put this date on your calendar. You have to be here. If you love martial arts, it's the place to be in 2022. It's in Capital Conquest in November, because it will be amazing for him, and it's a win-win-win moment for him, the style, the friendship, for everybody.
And especially this year. This year, the reason Capital Conquest is happening in a big way. It's been 3 years we're closed down. 3 years, a long time. And this year, as you know, I'm a big Beatles fan, and it's the get back to where we once belonged, Capital Conquest. If we could use that music, that would have been the music for it, but we can't. So it's get back to where we once belonged, which means together, get on the map, sweat equity, demonstration, the Canadian Black Belt Hall of Fame, the tournament, the meet and greet. And boy, oh boy, do we have a surprise for the meet and greet. And then we have the continuity. There's Black Belt exams during the weekend. There's 8 major events throughout the weekend, which will solidify and make a huge testimonial to all school owners, all martial artists, that we are back. The pandemic is something of the past. Yes, there will be sprouts here and there during the year that we have to be careful, but it's be like the big cold that we have. But we are back. And every school after Capital Conquest will say, hey, it's true, we're back. We went to Capital Conquest. Everybody was there. The students will say, wow, what a weekend at Capital Conquest, because we are back. And there's many new students in the last 3 years that have never seen Capital Conquest. Boy, are they going to leave the dream like you had, Scott, like I had, like Hanshi Sailly had? So this year, very special.
Have you seen that? Have you noticed that obviously the pandemic has done a big toll on us just physically, just because of the fact we haven't been able to train together. And so obviously there's a mental handicap now because of the fact that you've got some people that are depressed. You've got people that are trying to come back and get remotivated again. So do you see that that's something that you're contributing to by running this event again?
Yes, in a big way.
Sorry, contributing to helping, I mean, but yeah.
Yes. I'll tell you, during the pandemic, I had many calls every week. I've had school owners, important, high rank, low rank, doesn't matter, crying or being very, very stressed. Are we going to lose our dojo? Are we going to lose our lifestyle? So I did my best. As you know, my mission is to help people. And I love people, and especially friends. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. I don't say, yes, my friend, you're my brother, I'll do this, and back out and never do it. That's not John Therien. So I said, we will be back. We will be back. And now I'm doing it. We are back. The people now, in the last 6 weeks, have been calling, sending me messages. They've been, same thing, they've been reaching to Alain Sailly, and they've been reaching to many other top-of-the-line instructors and said, we cannot wait to be at Capital. It's all positive now. It's not, we're done, we're going to lose this, we're going to lose that. It's, we are back. And that is part of the testimonial, and to tell everybody we are back. And after Capital Conquest, the martial arts school are going to go zip all the way up again in that mentality of Budo, training and feeling confident with respect for everybody.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for helping us try to come out of this pandemic strong or stronger. And thank you for your time today. Looking forward to seeing you at Capital Conquest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Capital Conquest will be happening November 4th, 5th, and 6th, 2022. For more information, you can go to the website at capitalconquest.org or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/capitalconquestwkf. This has been a Campsall Broadcasting production. We noticed yet another reference to Capital Conquest being like Christmas. Seriously, Hanshi Therien, we need an advent calendar.